Hello everyone, welcome to the another important video in Selenium WebDrawer series. And in this video, we are going to see how we can generate HR file in Selenium WebDrawer using browser mock proxy. So in part number 1, we have seen some basic about the HAR, how we can generate it manually, how that .har file can be helpful for developers to fix the issues as early as possible. What are the different contents of that .har file, how we can import and export that file from the Chrome browser. Okay, so if you have not watched that video, you can go and watch that part number 1, or I will add the link in the description as well. Okay, so in this session we are going to see how we can generate that HR file that we have created manually. So I want that file should be created automatically when I run my Selenium test case. Okay, so after running Selenium test case, if any test case failed, so at the end of execution I should get this .hr file. Okay, so this file should be generated automatically so that I can share that file with my developer, and it will help developer to find the root cause of the issue and will be able to fix that issue in less time. Okay, so whatever code I am going to share with you, that is what I am using in my project, and it works for me. Okay, so I believe that code should work for you as well in your project. Okay, you can do some modification according to your requirement into that code, but if anything doesn't work, or if you find any different codes using the browser mock proxy, please do comment in the comment section under this video, or you can send me an email as well, so that I can create another video so that it can help all the automation engineers. Okay, so first of all, let's go and create the .hr file for this google.com manually, and then we can compare this .hr file generated manually and through automation if all the details are similar or not. Okay, so how we can create this manually? Inspect this page, you need to go to the network tabs. Okay, so here we will be able to see all the details of the APIs and all the HTTP requests. So if I refresh the page, here you will be able to see around 19 requests and 1.5 MB resources. So right click on any one of this request. Okay, and click on this save all HR content. I will give HAR Google manual. So now let's try to preview that file using HTTP archive viewer. So my file is available in the downloads location. I can drag and drop here. So there are total 20 requests, and you will be able to see all the headers response for each and every HTTP request here. Okay, along with their status code. Okay, so this is the logo. I think we will be able to see some logo here. Yeah, this is the Google logo. Okay, so this is the file we generated manually. So now let's see how we can write the code so that this file should get generated automatically in Selenium WebDriver using the browser mock proxy. So for that purpose, let's go stepwise here. So I will add step here. So these are the steps we need to follow to get the .hr file at the end of our test case. So first important thing is you need to add browser mock proxy dependency in the pom.xml file. Okay, so as we are going to use some methods from this browser mock proxy, we need to add the dependency for it in our pom.xml. Okay, so all these details starting from here up to here. Okay, so these are the settings required before you start your execution, means before opening your browser and opening the URL. Okay, so this setting once you done, then we will start our browser, then we will get the HR, and just we need to write that HR into a file. Okay, and that same file we can preview using the HTTP archive viewer. So in setting, basically what we need to do is we will start our proxy on some port. So you can specify what port you want to start your proxy. So here we can provide any specific port number where we want to start the proxy, or if you don't want, you can it can be started at any available port automatically. Then we need to set this SSL and HTTP proxy in this Selenium proxy object. So here we will create the proxy object for the Selenium proxy, and in that object we will set this SSL and HTTP proxy. Okay, then we need to create the desired capabilities, and using that object we need to set the capability for the proxy that we have created, and then we need to set the capture types. Okay, so what capture types we want means, if you want the headers, if you want the response, if you want the cookies, okay, all these kinds of capture types. Okay, so according to your requirement you can set it, and then once you set all the capture types you want, then the same object we will pass to the set hr capture types. Okay, so whatever you added in this capture types you will send it to this set hr capture types method, and at last we will just have to give some name to our hr. Okay, so hr will start generating, so we just have to provide some name to that hr, and once this all this setting is done, then we will start our execution. Okay. Okay, so let's start following these steps now. So first step is we need to add this browser mock proxy dependency in our pom.xml file. Okay, so this is the class I have created, generate har.java, and in this class we are going to create first testng method, generate har, let's say file. So to get the dependency, just go to the maven-repository.com, and here we need to search browser mob. Okay, search this term browser mob, and click on this first link. Okay, it is from the net.lightbody.bmp. Okay, you need to use this, so click on that. There are different versions, so you will get the latest one, 2.1.5. okay, so copy these lines and add it in your pom.xml file. Okay, and save it. So moment you save it, we will get the required jar files for this browser mock proxy. Okay, version 2.1.5 available in our project. Okay, so now we can call the methods from this the classes or interface available in this dependency. So our first step is done, right? So second step is we need to start the proxy on some port. Okay, so what you can do for that, here you need to create object for browser mock proxy server. Okay, so browser mock proxy, let's say this is my proxy equal to new browser mock proxy server. Okay, so we need to create object for this browser mock proxy class. So this is the class which implement this browser mock proxy interface. Okay, so this is the interface and this is the class which is implementing methods in this browser mock proxy. Okay, so we need to create the object for this class, and with the help of this reference we will be able to call the methods. So first we need to start our proxy, right? So for that purpose we can use the start method. Okay, so basically the start method is going to start proxy on some port number. So here I have not specified any specific port, so it will start the proxy on the port which is available on my machine, on my local machine. And if you want to specify any specific port, then you can specify in this bracket, let's say 4455. Okay, so our second step is done. So third step is set SSL and HTTP proxy in Selenium proxy. So for that purpose we need to create object for Selenium proxy first, and then we can add it. So first let me create object for proxy, Selenium proxy, okay, equal to new proxy. Okay, so this comes from the Selenium package. Okay, org.openqa selenium.proxy. Okay, so it will come from the Selenium package. Okay, so using this reference we can now set our SSL and HTTP proxies. Dot set HTTP proxy here, and inside a bracket we need to provide where your proxy is running. So my proxy is running on my local machine, so localhost colon, and my proxy has started on this port number, right? The browser mock proxy. So I will have to get that port as well. So I will use my proxy dot get port. So port number can be anything, right? So it can start at any port. So here we have specified a specific port, but it can be start any port. So you can use my proxy dot get port. So this will return the port number where proxy has started. Okay, so we need to concat these two things, and same we need to do for our SSL proxy. So dot set SSL proxy. Okay, and you need to add the same thing here. Okay, so you will be able to see what is the value, the port number in the driver capability. We will try to print the driver capability as well before after opening the browser. Okay, so that we will be able to see the port number where our proxy has started. Okay, so next thing is we need to add the capability for proxy in desired capability. Okay, so if you want to do some setting for that browser or driver, then we need to use this desired capability class. So I will create object for desired capability equal to new desired capabilities, enter, and using this reference I can call set capability method. Okay, then capability type I need to set. So capability type dot I need to set the capability for proxy, right? So I will give value as our Selenium proxy reference. So that is our this Selenium proxy. Okay, and save it. So now next thing is to set the capture types. Okay, so here need to do is capture types dot get all content capture types. Okay, so this will return the set of capture type for both binary and non-binary content. Okay, so this is going to return me the enum set. Okay, so I need to save it in some enum set reference here. The thing that we are going to save is capture type, right? Capture type, and I will give some name here, capture types equal to. So yeah, okay, and this you need to import from the java.util. Okay, so now using this capture types reference, we can add whatever details we want from that network logs. Which capture types you want, you can add in this enum set reference. Okay, so if you press dot here, you will get add all method here, add all. So here capture type dot get I want the cookie capture types. Okay, this is the first one. Then I want dot add all dot get all the headers, right? Header capture types. Then I need some others as well, so I will just copy these lines. Dot get I want the request capture types as well, and also I will require the response capture types. So get a response, yeah, it is here. Okay, so that's it. So all these are the different capture types that we want in our .hr file. Okay, so if you do not provide any capture types, then whatever file will be generated, it will not show you this plus icon. Okay, it will just only show you this API name or request name here, get and post name, but you won't be able to see this plus icon. That means you won't be having any header and response details here or cookies details. Okay, so this is important that you need to add this all the capture types that you want. So next step is we need to set HR capture types with the above capture types. Okay, so we have already added all the capture types that we want in our HR file. So we just need to call this method from the browser mock proxy using this reference. So our reference name is my proxy, right? So here I am just going to call set HR capture types and just provide this name here. And now we can have our HR name here. So how can you do that? We will have to use the same reference here, and we have to call one method new HR. So this will generate the HR, and here I will provide some name. Let's say my HAR. Okay, you can provide any name here. So I think we are done with the settings that is required before we opening the browser and real-time application. Okay, so what I can do is I can add this here one by one, so that I will share this code with you with all of you, no problem. So here we are doing this is the first step. Actually this is the second step. We need to add the dependency first. Okay, so start proxy on some port, then set SSL and HTTP proxy in Selenium proxy. Okay, so we started our Selenium proxy first. We created this object for this proxy from the Selenium package, and we have set these values. Okay, so you need to get the port where we have started your proxy, browser mock proxy, using this get port method. Then what we have done is we have added capability in our desired capability object. Okay, so this is the third one, add capability for proxy in desired capability. Then we added all the different capture types that we want in our HR file. Okay, and the fifth step is set HR capture types with above capture type. So here and give the HR name. Okay, so we are done with the settings. So now we can open the Chrome browser and open the URL. Start browser and open URL. Okay, so I am going to use WebDriver Manager, WebDriver Manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. Then we can use WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver dot get. So we will open the google.com. Let's maximize the window dot manage dot window, sorry, dot window dot maximize. And before we getting the HR, let's wait for some time, because some APIs will take some time to be added into the network logs. So we will wait for some time here. Let's say 5 seconds. Okay, so we will wait for some time so that we will get all the APIs and their details. And now we have to create object for this HR class. HR, let's say HR equal to and this we are going to get from our browser mock proxy HAR. So we have created this my proxy reference here, so you need to use that and call this method get HAR. Okay, so import it from this net.lightbody bmp core.har. Okay, so now we have all the details in this HR object. So we just need to write these details into a file. Okay, so for that purpose, let's create one object for file. Let's say file my HAR file equal to new file, and here we will provide the location. Okay, so import it from java.io, and here I will, so here I am going to save the HR files into some folder here inside my project. So what I can do is I will create one folder here at the project level. Okay, folder, let's say HAR folder. Okay, so inside this folder our file should be available. Okay, so how to get this folder location? First, for that purpose you can use system, oh sorry, here system dot get property. So I want the user directory first. Okay, so I will get this location where my project is available, that directory. So inside this project I need to go into this HAR folder. Okay, so slash HAR folder, and inside that folder I will give some name to my file. So let's say Google, okay, Google HAR, Google HAR, let's say 1.har. So you need to provide .har as an extension. Okay, so now we just need to write all the details from this object into this my file, my HR file, right? So we will just call the method from this har dot write. Okay, write to this file. So which file? This my har file. Okay, and it will ask you to throw the declaration. So this is the IO exception. So you can add the try and catch block here, all the code. And we can print some statement in the console. Once this statement is executed, that means our HR is successfully returned to our this file. Okay, so we can print that here, HR details has been successfully in the file. Okay, something like this, and that is done. Then we can close our browser. So driver dot close. Okay, so until this 6 point we have done the setting that is required before we start our browser, and once it is done then we will start our browser using WebDriver Manager, and you need to provide this capability here. So whatever capability we have set, okay, for this HR capture types and the Selenium proxy, we need to set send that object to this Chrome driver. Okay, so if you directly send this capability, the latest version of Selenium will have this method. Yes, you can send it, but it is deprecated. Okay, so you can see here constructor Chrome driver with the capability is deprecated with the in the latest Selenium version. Okay, so Selenium version that is we are using is Selenium 3.141.59. So instead of capability, what I can do is I will create Chrome options object here. Okay, so maybe I can create here itself Chrome options equal to new Chrome options, and we can merge this capability into this options object. So options dot merge, and merge this capability. Now this options reference we can send to our Chrome driver, which is available in our latest version of the Selenium. Okay, so error is gone now. So I think we are done with all the necessary things. So as we are running the Selenium server and we are capturing our HTTP request and response through this proxy server that we have started on this port, we are going to get the security error when we open the browser and open any URL. Okay, so maybe I can show you that, and then we will see how to overcome that error. But before that, let me print the driver capabilities so that we will be able to see the details for this proxy port number and all that things. So I can print driver capability after setting up the Chrome driver. So here I am going to print the capability. Driver capabilities. And here we need to call one method from the remote WebDriver class, that is get capabilities. Okay, so this method is available in the remote driver, not the WebDriver. So we need to cast our driver reference. Let me add the remote WebDriver. So we are casting our driver reference as a remote WebDriver. 1 minute. Okay, so we press dot, then you can see get capabilities. Okay, this is coming from this remote WebDriver class. Okay, so can call that method. Okay, and we want details, so we can get all the details as a map as well. So as a map, so by doing this we will be able to see all the capabilities set for the Chrome browser with different keys and their values. Okay, so we need to convert it into string. Okay, that's it. So now let's run this code now. Let's see if it is working or not. So as I said, we are going to get the certificate error, security error here, but let's see. Okay, so you can see here privacy error, so your connection is not private. So how to overcome that error here? So you can see that our test has passed, but I don't think that we'll get some details in our HR file because it did not open the URL. So what we can do is we can check that. I can refresh this web project here. So our file should be inside this HAR folder. Okay, so let me go to this project location first. So go to properties, go to the project location here. This is my project, this is the folder, and you can see this only showing the 5 KB. So let's try to see if we get any. Okay, oh, sorry, not like this. We need to go to this load tab first, and then we can load this file. Okay, so these are the details from the file we created manually, okay, previously, and this is our my HAR. So you can see there is nothing inside this HAR. So this is because we got this security error, okay, privacy error. So what we have to do is to add one more capability in our desired capability object. So here capability dot accept insecure certificates. Okay, add this one. And one more thing we can add is set capability, then capability type, capability type dot accept insecure certificates. Okay, this option, and then here we can pass value as true. Okay, so we are setting our capability as to accept any insecure certificates. So I think we should not get that error this time. Okay, so this time it did not get any error. So it has opened the google.com and it will wait for 5 seconds and get the HR, and that HR will be written into our .hr file. Okay, so HR details has been successfully returned into the file. Okay, and these are the driver capabilities values. So you can see we got the keys and their values. So this is the key, this is the value, browser name Chrome. So one thing that we are interested in is to see the proxy details. So if we scroll, you can see, yeah, so you can see here proxy. Okay, so this is the proxy set manually. Then this is the http is equal to localhost 4455 where our proxy is running. Okay, so this is the port that we have specified manually while starting the proxy through our code. Okay, so if you want any default proxy which is running or which is available at that point, and if you don't want to specify any specific port, then you can simply provide 0 here. Okay, and it will take any available port. So let us run that again, and then we will see our HR file details. So this time we can see, so this is the port number available at that point, so that's why it has used this port 55189. Okay, so to see this I have printed our driver capabilities. Okay, so there is separate video on how to print the driver capabilities in Selenium, so you can watch that on my channel. So now let's go and see our HR file details. So let me go to our location. So you can see here the HR file size is 838 KB. Okay, so previously it was showing 5 KB when we got that security error. So this time the file has 838 KB. So let's try to load that file again. We'll go to the load. Okay, so this is my HR, the latest one, and now you can see that we got all the details. Okay, we got 23 requests in automation, and in manual you can see we have got 20 requests. That means we got all the requests. We have waited for 5 seconds obviously, so we got all the details, and you can cross verify from here. So this is the method get www.google.com. So in manual, if you see, it has headers, this kind of response, then HTML. So in automation, if we want to cross check, we can do that. Okay, so it is also have headers, then response, then HTML. So you can see date, then expires, content type is text HTML, then set cookie 1p jar. Okay, so we can cross verify it manually. Okay, it is very much similar to the file that generated manually, and this is the content type. Okay, so you can check it for each and every request. Okay, you can check for this Google logo as well. So here in response we got some logo from the Google. So in automation also we can check that. Here is that request. So in response we got the Google. Okay, so I believe all the requests we recorded in our HR file. So whatever the network logs or HR logs are there, when we open this google.com, the same got generated and we have exported into our .hr file using the browser mark proxy. So all these details with the status code, response, different headers, different params, going to help developers to find the root cause for any application issue or functional or UI issue, and they can fix that issue in less time. Okay, so if any test case, your Selenium test case failed, then you can have this file generated at the end of execution. So you just have to share that file with the developer and they can fix the issue as soon as possible. Okay, so I think our code is working fine. We are getting all the details from the network logs. So if we do not provide any this capture types, okay, so we are getting all the details because we have provided all the capture types that we want. So if we do not provide all these capture types that we want, then in the HAR we only get the methods names. Okay, we won't get this plus sign, and we will not be able to see these header details, response details, okay, request headers. So that also I can show you. Okay, so I have commented it out. So let's go and rerun again. So our HR file will be changed now this time. Okay, and if we check the file now, size is 780 KB. Okay, that means there are some less details. So let's go and preview that as well, and we will compare all the things. So let me minimize this. This is my HR. This is the previous one, and let us load the latest one now. Okay, so as I said, you won't get that plus sign here. So you are able to see only the method names. Okay, these are the APIs. So you won't get any details about the headers, different parameter, different responses, cookies, all those things. Okay, so that's why you need to add all these capture types. Okay, so I think I'm done with this session, guys. I have tried my best to keep it simple and easy so that it will be easy to understand to all the beginner candidates or all the people who are watching this video. So try to use this code into your actual framework. Maybe you can do some variation into this browser mark proxy code, that for sure. If something is not working in your case, you can do some modification or you can add in the comment section. I will try to help you in that case as well. Okay, so that's all for this session, guys. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and like the content whichever you find informative, so that that video can be reached to more beginner candidates, because that is how the YouTube algorithm will work. Okay, so help me to reach this video to reach more people learning the test automation, and let me know if you have any queries or if you face any problem while running this code in the comment section, or you can send me an email on ageautomation09@gmail.com. So thank you, guys. See you in the next video soon.